Arizona State's college football playoff run may have come as a surprise, but for defensive lineman Justin Wodtly, it was nothing new. He had made a playoff run with Cincinnati back in 2021, but last year's run with the Sun Devils in his first year in Tempe was something special. Back for one more year of college football, he will again be a key part in the trenches and in the locker room for the Sun Devils. On this episode, Justin and I discuss his football journey and motivations, the deep and veteran Sun Devil defensive line, how his two playoff runs compared and contrasted, the fine art of leadership, the best food in Puerto Rico, and so much more. So let's get to it. Here's my conversation with Justin Wodtly. All right, Justin, we're going to start off with a question from a teammate, in this case, Jordan Crook. And this might be a little bit of a loaded question. He wants to know, who's your favorite linebacker on the team?
Who's my favorite linebacker on the team? I don't know if I could just pick one, man. I like all those guys, man, especially from top to bottom in the whole room, man. Starting with Coach Coop all the way down, man. I love all those guys.
It's a very diplomatic answer. Well done. Well done there. Of course, as we record this earlier today, something made its debut on the old internet. There, an ad that featured a starring role for you and teammate CJ Fight, in which you took down some bugs. Are there more acting roles in your future? Because that was an award winning performance.
I don't know, man. That was my first one, so hopefully it might kick down the door for some more to come in the future.
So over the course of getting some time off after the season wrapped up, sounded like you and some of the teammates went down to Puerto Rico. What was that experience like for you? What were some of the cool things that you took in, and maybe some of the best foods you had on the island?
Yeah, man. Just going back, I have a Puerto Rican background in my heritage. My mom's Puerto Rican, so just being able to go experience the island for the first time, and then being able to go with my teammates, is just cool. NIL has been able to bring us a lot of new things. So being able to just experience stuff like that and make memories with my teammates and people that I care about around me, definitely special to me, man. And some of the good food is the empanadas. Those are really good. Yeah, so that's probably like my favorite part of the entire trip. So yeah.
Is traveling something that you like to do? Obviously, the life of a student athlete is pretty busy, kind of year round. But is that something that you'd like to do, or something that you're looking forward to doing more of in the future?
Yeah, man, like just being able to like whenever you get, free time or whatever, just going to see new things, experience life, especially with me coming out here, that kind of really opened my eyes to doing stuff like that. Because being out in Arizona, it's like a whole brand new life than Ohio. So, whenever I get a chance to go experience some things that I've never seen before, I always take advantage of it for sure.
Now, as you mentioned, you went to Puerto Rico with some teammates there, and sometimes in some teams, after in the off season, guys just kind of go their separate ways and reconvene when needed. But what does it say about the program culture that guys are want to take trips together, spend more time together, and kind of in the off season when when the season's not in full swing? And how do you see the kind of the culture evolving now in your second year?
Man, it's really unique, man. Just seeing how even when you're not in the building, everybody just wants to be around each other, man. Nobody's really by themselves. Coach Dillingham really makes it an emphasis on, especially with transfers coming in to, everybody has those, two, three, four, five people that, they're more comfortable around than others. But just bringing somebody new into your circle and just building that, team chemistry is going to take us, a very long way. And I feel like that was a very big part on our team last year that you could really see in the way we played for one another that everybody really cares about each other here, and that's just innate in who we are and the culture that we're building here. So I feel like it's very special and it's not really something that you see in every program.
As you mentioned, a new wave of players coming in, transfers, high school signees coming in here. Now, your experience is coming in to a new place just a year ago as a transfer, but also now as a veteran guy who's been around this sport for a number of years now. How have you seen kind of your role in kind of welcoming in the new guys, using your own experiences to get everybody on the same Sun Devil page?
Man, just my role, I really feel is just being a great teammate. Just coming in with a smile on your face every day. Just being able to just uplift the people around you. You never know what people are going through, or how they're feeling, going day to day and stuff like that. So just being able to be a positive guy, I it feels good that, when people see me around the building, they instantly just start smiling or laughing or stuff like that, man. It's definitely a refreshing feeling because it wasn't like that at my old school, so being able to just take advantage of all the memories you can build with your team. And then just looking back at the end of the year, seeing how far you've come and all the goals and stuff that you set for yourselves, man, it really makes everything that much more sweeter.
Which of the young guys, coming into the program, making that, whether it's a transfer, maybe some of the high school signees, maybe even a young returning guy, maybe coming off a red shirt or something, who's caught your eye over the winter workouts that you think maybe could, obviously this is such a veteran heavy team now this year, but who are some of the younger guys that maybe caught your eye that maybe, hey, they have a chance to break out this year?
Man, I feel like um all of our guys are like really starting to stand out and starting to feel more comfortable. Roman Petrie is a guy to look out for. Him, Albert Smith, all guys that, are going to be a really big part of our team, whether that's, playing a role on defense or role on special teams. Those are all guys that you're starting to see, feel more comfortable coming in, putting on weight and stuff like that. So those guys are people that are just attack every day, come, you feel me, with their hard hat and come to work every day. So I feel like in the fall, like those guys are going to break out the most.
Kind of interesting. I asked that same question a while back to CJ, and he also mentioned Albert. So, just now that's two guys mentioned Albert. What is it about him? I know when covering practices, he was flashing. I think at one point he had a three sack practice. But what is it about this young kid out of Louisiana that you think maybe gives him a chance?
Man, when Albert first got here, he didn't really talk, a lot. Being from Louisiana, you're coming a long way from home, and you just, quiet and by yourself. But once we got Albert to start feeling more comfortable, you can start see how his game develop as well, man. So once he has a really solid frame, he has real broad shoulders. Once I feel like he puts a couple more pounds on, he's gonna be really good, and can help us in the pass rush game, man. He's very quick and he's just about his business, man. There's certain people that just, that get it, to show up every day and just want to work. So Albert's definitely one of those guys, and I'm excited for what the future looks like for him.
What do you feel your team said to the college football world last year by obviously exceeding all the external expectations, but making the run to the college football playoff in the manner you guys did?
Man, it our whole motto is just not to try to be a flash in the pan, man. Just to show that we're here to stay. This is a program that's gonna be around, long after I'm gone, man. And I feel like it's in great hands with Coach Dillingham, man. So being able to just put our name out there, put our name on the map, especially when nobody really believed that we could do anything that, we did last year. Um, just to show that we're here and we're not going anywhere. And this program is going to be trending upward for, a long time for the next foreseeable future.
Of course, it wasn't your first trip to the college football playoff, going back with the Bearcats a couple seasons ago. Now, in that case, it seemed like, of course, you guys were a powerhouse G5 program and had a lot of expectations as a potential participant. ASU, of course, kind of came out of, at least from a national perspective, out of nowhere. How did the both of those kind of runs to the playoff kind of compare, kind of given the different starting spots?
Man, especially with that CFP team in Cincinnati. The year before, we had won the conference and played Georgia in the Peach Bowl. It came up, a couple plays short in that game. So I feel like similar. These two teams are similar, being that um, we came up short, against Texas, and we have something that we're hungry for, and we know we can accomplish the same way that second year team did. Came in the next year, end up being the only undefeated team in the country that year, um, at the end of the season. So just being able to continue to lean on one another. I feel like that was something that was similar in both programs as well. That the team chemistry, man, from Desmond Ritter and Ahmad Gardner to Josh Wiley and Majay Sanders, you see all those people that were just, you know, they hung out with each other outside of the facility, and you could just tell that the love they have for one another, and all those people ended up being able to have, a chance to play at the next level. So it shows that, not everything's really too much about individual accolades, man. When you all succeed as a team, everybody gets that same national exposure, man. When Cam Scatteraboo runs for 280 yards, that entire offensive line has seen every single one of those plays, man. So just being able to just do your part and lean on one another and feed off of one another's success, is definitely that something that I've seen similar in both of those teams.
So, as someone who knows what it takes to get to the college football playoff, at what point last year did you realize, oh, hey, this group of guys has what it takes?
I think after we lost to Cincinnati last year, I feel like we all came back. We had a bye week, and then we went to Oklahoma State, and everybody just knew that like everything that we want to accomplish is still in play. You just have to just keep putting your foot forward, next foot forward, and just continue to go outside and grind every day. So being able once I feel like once we got past Oklahoma State and UCF, like you could started to see that everybody started to believe like we really got a shot at this thing. And you see it starting to click. We go into BYU and we start really fast going into that game. You go down to Arizona, take care of business down there, and I feel like the ball just started rolling from there on. So I feel like everything about last year's team is that like I feel like our back was really against the wall. So and we always knew how to respond. That's how I feel like that was something that we did really good last year is that we really knew how to respond.
I know you guys are, have your eyes towards the future, but when you look back upon that magical run, what were some of your favorite moments that you were able to take away, whether on or off the field?
Man, something that was special to me was all the different, bonding stuff that we did at Camp T. We had something similar at Cincinnati that we went to camp like that, but all the different things that we did up there, being going on my first, real hike as a team, stuff like that, being able to go to the creek and stuff after practice and just chill with the guys. That was something that was cool and unique to me because knowing that, you're not in the best, living conditions, but everybody's going through it together and everybody's going out there and grinding together, man. It's something that was special to me about last year.
What was the most rewarding aspect for you to be a part of a group of guys that, were able to take a team that externally, picked dead last and all that, and that whole narrative that's been beaten to death, but to, be part of a group of guys that were able to get ASU football back on track and to kind of, revitalize and activate the Valley?
Man, I feel like it was unique because everybody that transferred in or everybody that was on the team, period, was really told at some point that they didn't belong where they were. So I feel like everybody really came in with a chip on their shoulder and just wanted to prove not only to the world but to themselves that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be and I can compete at this level and at the highest level with anybody in the country. So I feel like that was a message that we all sent, really as a team that um Arizona State football and everything that it stands for really isn't something to be taken lightly.
What was it like from a player's perspective just to see, the fans really start to respond to you guys, to sell out stadiums, to line up outside the facility to greet the buses and see you guys off, and just seeing the response around town on a day in day out basis of those Sun Devil fans are really proud to rep the maroon and gold now because of you guys.
Man, it's awesome just being able to bring the city, the environment right back to life, man. That I know that coming in here that this program and this, has a lot of tradition and stuff like that. So being able to bring that back to life and bring ASU football back to where it once was is just a awesome feeling. When I first got out here, you tell people, I play football at ASU, people, oh, okay. And then you start to see the narrative kind of shift, as the season goes on, and now everybody is happy and loves to support, man. And I love it, man. And just seeing the energy, the positive vibes that we bring to the Valley, man, is surreal. And I'm glad that I can be doing my part to make something so special.
On the field, where do you feel you made the biggest strides and improved your game from start to finish in 2024?
I feel like I played the run really well. I feel like I can improve, in my pass rush. That's what I want to focus on this year. But last year, I feel like when it came to stopping the run, really all of us as a defense, that the four up front, no matter how you want to cut it and slice it, whoever was out there on the field, man, everybody really played for one another, and nobody, I really feel like from start to finish could say they dominated us in the run game. So I feel like myself, not only myself, but us as a defense really did that very well.
So I want to go back to kind of the start of your football journey. Now, I believe you come from a pretty athletic family. What was the first time you started to play football? What got you into the sport?
Um, like you said, man, I come from a really big football background. My dad, grandfather, and all my uncles really played in college. My dad has been coaching high school football for the last 20 plus years. So coming up, I've always just been around the game and around the sport. So, I started playing like flag football around 5, 6 years old. Then I started getting into tackle football. And, at first I hated it, man. I came out. I still remember my first day. I think I got hit or something. I started crying and my dad just wouldn't let me quit, man. So um, obviously that led me to here and all the things that I've been able to accomplish, man. But after that, man, I really just, started to fall in love with it every day, man. Coming up, nobody really had to, beg me to go outside and work out, man. I've always just been active and outgoing and stuff like that. So coming up, man, football has just always been a part of what I do day to day, man. It's always what I associate myself with, man. So I love the game of football, and I'm excited for where it can take me and all the things that it's brought me as well.
How long did it take for you to actually warm up to the sport from not liking it at first to really fall in love with it?
Man, it didn't really take too long. Probably after like that first year, I started to know like this is for me, man. You start to see a lot of people. You know, I want to play basketball. I want to play basketball. Shy away from the contact and stuff like that. But that's never really been who I am, man. I always been a rambunctious type of person. So I knew that at a very early age that this sport was for me for sure.
When did you know that, like, hey, I'm really good at this, and like as you mentioned, like this is a sport that can take me places?
I started to see myself start to, hit that growth spurt and start getting bigger than everybody. And then I started to see like my dad, he played defensive line. So being around it and just focusing on it a lot, started to perfect my craft around getting into seventh, eighth grade. I'm starting to see like, okay, I can really actually start to be good at this thing, man. And then I feel like in high school, I played behind a lot of really good players. So I started to see what the game could do for them, man. Jalen Harris ended up being a 4-star wide receiver, ended up going to Ohio State. And then Tyreek Smith, 4-star defensive lineman, ended up out of Cleveland Heights, right behind him going to Ohio State. So I'm seeing that, man, this game can really, take you places, man. And then I'm seeing all the things that they're doing, and I'm like, well, why not me? So I really started grinding a lot, man. And then I think my sophomore year, I ended up getting my first offer from he's now at San Diego State, Coach Sean Lewis. He was at Kent State. Ended up offering me my first scholarship to Kent State, man, at 15 years old, man. And ever since then, man, I just always, what's the next step? What's the next step? I kept grinding for more, man. So yeah.
As folks might know, you have also a gold jacket uncle and Troy Polamalu. And what would have been like kind of the best football lessons you got from Uncle Troy?
Man, just enjoying the process, man. I think my freshman year, I reached out to him and I was like, man, can I come train with you? Can I come train with you? And he basically let me know that, there's always opportunity for that. He's not going anywhere, man. So to just enjoy where my feet are, enjoy um working out with my teammates, enjoy spending time with, the guys and stuff like that. Cause now that I didn't understand then my freshman year, but now going into my 6th year, man, it really goes by fast, man. And really, even if you make it to the next level, nothing is really the same as how much fun you could really have in college, man, with just your teammates and the things that you can do every day, man. At the next level, it really turns into more of a business, man. So that's probably one of the biggest lessons I learned from him, to just be where my feet are and enjoy the process every step of the way.
It seems like every game, I've been covering ASU for since 2011, covered over 100 games, home and a road in a row, and it seems like every game this past season, I always look in the stands, and see some like 95 jerseys, some of the family members they're in support. How impactful has it meant for you that no matter what, home, away, no matter where it is, that you've got your family supporting you every inch.
Man, it's huge, man. Those My dad, man, is my rock, man. He's really who introduced me to the sport, man. So being able to just look up every time I make a play and I can spot him out every time and he has the biggest smile on his face. Um he's just so happy to see me, living out my dream, man. And it's awesome to see a smile on his face um every time I can, man. So being able to just, being able to be fortunate enough to have a father in my life that is present and cares, man, is very special to me, and I'm grateful for it for sure.
The life of a student athlete, especially playing major college football, is a lot on your plate with the academic side of things, the athletic side of things, especially the modern landscape of the sport. What are the things that kind of drive you and motivate you on a day in day out basis?
Um, I feel like I always told myself that one of my biggest fears is disappointing the people that care about me the most, man. So I always try to, man, just keep life simple, man. Take care of my business, come to work every day, do the things that I'm supposed to do, man, and handle life day by day, man. So just doing my part, coming in, going to work every day is my goal, and just making sure that the people that are closest to me are proud of me, man. That's my goal. That's what drives me every day.
On this roster is obviously a whole lot of Texans, the Cali Devils. That's been ASU's historic recruiting hotbed. But what does an Ohioan bring to that mix?
The energy, man. The Midwest got to be good for something, man. So I feel like I bring a lot of energy, man. I bring a lot of joy to people. A lot of smiles on people's face when I see them and stuff like that. I feel like every time I'm in the building, all I do is laugh. So I feel like I love to come in there every day and just be around my teammates, man, and enjoy everything, man. I'm on the clock. Shoot, my first 3 months of my last season have gone by like that already, man. So I'm just taking in everything, man. Just enjoying the ride.
How has your time being a Sun Devil so far in the last year plus changed you, and how's it impacted your life in the course of your life?
Man, I feel like this last year being here has probably been the most fun I've had with football in my life. Definitely the best year of my collegiate career for sure. Just all the things that we accomplished, all the not even just the accolades and stuff like that. Going back and looking back at all the dog days too, man. All the days where you wake up in the morning, it's 115 degrees, you don't feel like doing any of this, especially me. Never been in anything like that before. So looking back and seeing that everything that we went through was worth it, man. It This was definitely probably one of the best years of my life for sure.
So talking some football, looking ahead to as we wind down here, I talked to Brian Ward last year, and he mentioned that year two in the defense is when he feels that players start to go from kind of learning about the what of the defense to understanding the why of the defense. You're entering your second year in Brian Ward's scheme. How do you feel that's coming along and understanding the why of the scheme and what he wants to do out of his defense?
Man, understanding the defense going into spring ball, it makes it so much easier. Like going into spring ball, not having to learn, the basic installs from day one and stuff like that. Like you're already hitting the ground rolling. I feel like it kind of gives you, an advantage or stuff like that, man. I feel like this is the first time I've had the same defensive coordinator back to back since my first 2 years in college. So it's really an advantage going into the season knowing that you already know what the defense is, you're already familiar with everything, and I feel like it lets you be more comfortable and like jumpstart as a player.
What's your favorite part of playing in this Brian Ward defense?
Man, he lets us be free, man. It's stopping the run on the way to the quarterback, man. We're hunting everything out there, man, and where the things that he does really puts offenses in a tough position on try to block you, and once you get them confused, man, that's all she wrote from there, man. So being able to just play the game within the game, man, I love the philosophy behind everything. I'm starting to feel more comfortable in it. So I feel like the strides that not only me, but the rest of the defense and stuff like that are going to take in year two is going to be really good.
So this is a veteran group and a very experienced group, and I believe if even going down to the three deep up front on the D line that only Jeff is missing. Everybody else is basically on their way back. What is that situation like? Just having so many familiar faces back. Also, heading into the second or in some cases third year of this defense.
Man, it's really scary knowing that everybody that's coming back is familiar with the defense, and then you plug and play, the transfers that you bring in too, and you just bring them along, and it's just adding firepower into something that's already, very dangerous. So, um, it's very huge that we were able to get Elijah back too with
Yeah.
that extra year. So, bringing him back, you just got to fill one little hole, not a little hole. Filling Jeff Clark is a big hole, but yeah, man. I feel like we're gonna be in a really, really good spot, man, and I'm excited for what's to come in the fall.
Even with a pretty veteran experienced group, you mentioned you're heading into your sixth year of college ball and, being one of the most energetic and vocal guys, do you see yourself taking even more of a leadership role in that D line room?
Definitely, man. Just doing what I can to bring all the knowledge that I can to our room. Bringing the guys like Albert, Celeste, Chance, bringing all those guys around, bringing them along, and just leaving the place better than I found it, man. That's always my biggest goal, man. So I feel like everything's really trending in the right direction for us.
Of course, last year you guys are coming in under the radar and shocked the college football world. Now this year you guys have the targets square on your backs. From the team mentality perspective, is anything changing from going from the hunters to the hunted?
Yeah, man, just not getting complacent. We know that the narrative is going to change, man. It's not that nobody believes in you anymore, man. Everybody knows what you're capable of, and if you come and bring the exact same thing you did last year and think that other teams aren't going to get better as well, you're at a disservice to yourself. So, just being able to be transparent with yourself and not get complacent is everything that we've been preaching, and knowing how to respond to success. Can't get a big head. You can't think that, everybody's just gonna bow down to you because you did it last year, man. You got to go back to work and you got to do it all over again, man. Everything. This is a brand new year with a brand new team and brand new goals to achieve. So, um, the things that you did in the past were great, but it's time to go back and do it all over again.
So spring ball is getting underway. What are the things that you and the defensive line want to get out of these 15 practices?
Man, just to get 1% better every day, man. The season not here till August, man. You don't got to be ready right now. Just being able to perfect your craft and do everything that you're supposed to do, as your one individual that will contribute to the team. So I feel like us as a D line, we left a lot of sacks on the board last year, and I feel like there was a lot of plays that we could have made that fell to the wayside. So being able to just hone in on the things that, go back, watch the things that you didn't do well, and then go back out there and perfect it. I feel like our pass rush is something that we're going to focus on a lot this year. And it's definitely going to change from last year. Those sack numbers got to go up for sure.
So when you look ahead to this upcoming 2025 season, a lot of expectations going to be surrounding this squad. What do you want these Son of a fans to see from you this season?
Knowing that this is the last year, no matter how I want to cut it and slice it, I'm going to put a college uniform on. I want Sun Devil fans to know that I'm going out there and I'm going to leave everything that I have on the field day in and day out, man. I'm taking full advantage of everything that I have, whether this is my last year playing football or I have a 12-year NFL career, man. I want to give this city everything that I have, man, because a year ago they gave me a chance where I was in a position where I felt like I didn't know who was going to want me, going into the transfer portal. So, um, I just want to repay them and show my gratitude that I'm happy to be here and they're going to get everything out of me.
I'd like to thank Justin for taking the time to talk with me for this episode. Make sure you are subscribed to Speak of the Devils on the podcast platform of your choice for more great episodes all year long. And make sure to follow me on social media at bdenny29.